Welcome everyone. This is going to be our Algebra 2 how to tell whether a sequence is arithmetic or geometric video. This is for all those individuals who are just a recap of some of the things we learned before, but just in case you forgot, this is definitely great for Algebra 1 as well too, for kind of just going over. We're going to determine in this case if a sequence is arithmetic, geometric, or neither. And so those are the options and how to tell. Okay, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Does definitely help us out, and look forward to giving more videos that will be helpful learning math. Hope you guys learn math and also. So we'll begin with this question. Determine if the sequence is arithmetic. If it is, find the common difference. All right, so arithmetic sequence. Well, what is an arithmetic sequence? An arithmetic sequence is a list of numbers with a definite pattern. If you take any number in the sequence and subtract it by the previous one, and the result is always the same or constant, then it is an arithmetic sequence. The value you get after you subtract a term by its previous for an arithmetic sequence is called the common difference. So this has to work for all of the terms that are listed there, that if you take any term minus its previous will be the same number no matter which two you choose. If there's a situation where that doesn't work out, then it's not a arithmetic sequence. But if it does, for all numbers, this difference we find is called the common difference. To find any of the terms afterwards, of the ones listed, we will just keep adding by the common difference to find the next term. So let's take a look. In our first question, we see -9, -109, -209, -309. Well, let's see. Okay, so we're going to determine whether or not this is going to be arithmetic sequence. We'll take -109 and subtract -9, and we get -100. Okay, we'll take -209 minus -109, because in this case the second term was -109, the first term was -9. That's the two terms we chose. Now it's really for the third term minus the second term, and so we subtract here, we also get -100. Let's take the fourth term, which is -309 minus the third term. You can't skip terms. Really, what we're looking for in this case is to determine whether it's an arithmetic sequence if we take any two consecutive terms, and take the term minus the previous one. Do we get the same result? And we are going to get -309 minus -209 is -100. And so yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. Sorry, my handwriting is terrible. Arithmetic sequence. And the common ratio, okay? Yeah, maybe I'll type this up next time. Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. And yes, the common ratio, which at this point we'll call R, because I don't want to keep writing out the word common ratios, is going to be -100. That's the difference we had for each one of them. Okay, let's try this out for B. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll take 18, the second term, minus 28, the first term, and we're going to get -10. We'll take the third term, 8, minus the second term, 18, we're going to get -10. All right, now we take -2 minus the fourth term minus the third term, we're going to get -10. Definitely works out for these, all right? And so we say, yes, it is arithmetic sequence, and R, the common ratio, is going to be -10. See how this works out? That's all you're doing. You're checking for all of them. All right, so let's try the third one, C. So C, I'm going to scroll down up here. Okay. So we have 3 minus 1 is 2. That looks good. 5 minus 3 is 2. That looks good. 8 minus 5 is not 2. 3. Oh no. But 11 minus 8 is 3. And 14 minus 11 is 3. So maybe it is? No, not a common ratio. No, not a common ratio because of the fact you don't have the same difference. Even if it's a break in between, it must be consistent for for all situations. So the answer is no. This is not a common difference. It's not an arithmetic sequence. It is a sequence though, but not an arithmetic sequence. Okay, I'll make this full page so you guys can see. Okay. And this is the idea of how to determine whether a sequence is arithmetic or not. All right. And so some of them will be a little more straightforward than others, but yeah, this is how we do this here. Okay. Let's take a look at our next situation. Determine the sequence is geometric. If it is, find the common ratio. Well, in this situation, a geometric sequence can be defined as the following. A geometric sequence is a list of numbers with a definite pattern. You take a number sequence and then divide it by the previous one. The result is always the same or constant, then is a geometric sequence. A geometric sequence. Sorry about that. All right. The value you get after you divide a term by its previous for a geometric sequence is called the common ratio. Because in this case, we divide one to another, you're really getting a ratio in this case. So to find any terms afterwards, we just keep multiplying by the common ratio to find the next term. Right? So here, our common ratio will be, in this case, for example, A2 over A1 should equal to A3 over A2, should equal to A4 over A3. And we keep going, it'll be the same as any term by any previous term. Okay? That n minus 1 and n represent not a value, but more like a number, like what number term. Okay? Determine if the sequence is geometric. Okay, let's take a look. So we're going to do, for D, we'll take the second term, negative 10, and divide by negative 2. We're going to get 5. All right, we take the third term, negative 50, divide by negative 10. We get 5. We take negative 250, divide by negative 50. We're going to get 5. So it looks like all the terms of the sequence match up. The answer is yes. It is a geometric sequence. Sorry, my handwriting's terrible. It is geometric sequence. It's geometric, ladies and gentlemen. So I said I was going to type it, but I didn't. Ugh. And our common ratio is going to be 5. That's our R value. So yeah, just all we're doing is just kind of going through all of them and make sure they follow through with the same amount. Every single pair of terms. Let's take a look at E. E will take the second term, which is 6, and divide by negative 1. We get negative 6. We take the third term, which is negative 36, and we divide by 6. We get negative 6. We take the next term, 216, divide by negative 36. We get negative 6. So the answer is yes. It is a geometric sequence, and the common ratio R is going to be negative 6. All right, well, let's try the last one in our examples here. All right, and we're going to take a look at this one here. We'll take the second term, which is 4, divide by 2 is 2. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. Negative 16 divided by 8, that's negative 2. Okay, well, how about negative 32 over negative 16? That's positive 2. And negative 64 over negative 32, that's positive 2 as well. Well, it seems like it might be, but again, not the same. Not the same. We are getting ratios of 2 except for one situation, and it's all it takes to make this not a geometric sequence. So the answer is not. This is no, not a geometric sequence. And therefore, there is no common ratio because it has to be one value. All right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so this is our video lesson on how to determine whether a sequence is a arithmetic or geometric sequence. And in the process of determining it, we will find out if it is arithmetic sequence. Then the difference you've been finding in this case, this common difference is going to be that difference finds a common difference. And for geometric sequence, that ratio you found is a common ratio. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this was helpful. Again, if it was, please give it a like. Please leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. If there's any other topics you want me to go over, I'd love to hear from you, what you thought, maybe a problem you want to try out and say, hey, Mr. God, try this out. See if this is, I would love to be able to hear from you guys, okay? I look forward to seeing you in other videos. And again, subscribe if you have not done so already, and turn on notifications to be alerted when new videos are added. All right. Anyway, hope this is helpful. Take care, everybody. See you in the next video.